Welcome to the Running Network Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Okay, I'm here with our wheelchair champion, say it right, I'm hoping, and she is a Winter Olympian also and a medalist. So we know all about your Boston exploit already, but tell us a little bit about going to the Sochi Paralympics.
The Sochi Paralympics was absolutely wonderful. It was a really hard transition for me because I'm originally a track athlete. I've been to the Athens, Beijing, and London Paralympics, and so my discipline and main focus has been track. And so to try to do a new sport and to try to do cross-country skiing was like starting over in a different sport. It was really hard to get acclimated to altitude and to get used to the technique and to train for the events, for all the events that I was running, skiing, all the events I was skiing. So the events that I did was the 5K, the sprint, and the 10K. And I was very excited to medal in the 1K sprint. It was such a close and exciting race. It was .014 away from the gold medal, and just goes to show you how close the race was. And but the transition was hard. Training in Colorado, I spent the train in Colorado from November all the way to Sochi, and we've been to different World Cups in Germany and got ready in Italy and headed over to Sochi.
Now, where did you train in Colorado? What ski resort, or where were you training at?
We trained in Devil's Thumb in Colorado, which is in Fraser, which is really close to.
How far from Colorado Springs? Is that kind of your base there?
Yeah, it's really close to Colorado Springs.
Okay.
I would say about like an hour away,
okay.
An hour or two away. Yeah. So we trained in Fraser, and because we needed to train on not on the alpine course, but more of on a flat, hilly course where we could cross-country ski. And so training in Colorado was difficult, especially because I've never lived out, in 8,000 feet and sleeping in 8,000 feet and training in 8,000 feet. It hurt a lot, and I was out of breath all the time. And for an elite athlete, that was really hard to get used to. And but I mean, the journey was fun, and I was really pleased to walk away with a medal.
Now, was there other Paralympians training with you at
Yes.
that ski resort? Is that like a base training camp they had for people?
Yeah, so I was training with other Paralympic skiers and other skiers that were medalists and people who've been into the Winter Paralympics for cross-country skiing, which was wonderful because they were showing me technique and showing me ways to ski, and were trying to give me advice since I was so new. And there were other athletes who were quite new as well, and so just having everyone come together as a group and being able to train together, I think pushes each other to be better.
And now you had, you were the New York City champion, right?
I won all 4 major marathons.
That's what I thought.
Year.
Yeah, I remember you seeing you at the press conference. I'm trying to put it all together. So basically, you went right from New York City
to skis.
Right. I mean, you didn't have any break, did you?
I didn't. No.
Basically, it was 4 months later. So you were going back to another world competition.
Major world competition.
Yeah, I mean, so in 4 months' time, from New York City to Sochi.
Yeah.
I mean, did you feel, were you tired all the time? I mean, really had no break. How about the mental aspect of that also?
Coming back from New York and winning all those, I won London, Boston, Chicago, then New York, and so that was, the highlight of my year. And then to put away my racing chair and to get on skis, and I also graduated college in December, so before I even got on skis, I graduated college and moved out to Colorado, and it was extremely difficult, and my body had to, learn and live and train in altitude, and so I was really surprised at what my body could do and how I could transform myself to be a skier, which was really, really hard. I had the athleticism and the endurance and the strength from marathons. It was just about how could I transfer that into snow. And the technique was quite different because in cross-country skiing, you really use your core, and your arms are just there to stabilize your poles. So that was a really hard transition for me, and being able to do the proper technique and to put that all together and to ski in and out of tracks and learning about the snow terrain and, and being able to use my energy efficiently for strength. And so it was a hard year. It was, some days were good and some days were bad. Some days where I was like, what am I doing here? Sochi's around the corner and I feel like I should be, better than I am. And so all those things were running through my mind. And, but going into the Paralympics, it was my first Winter Paralympics and my fourth Paralympics overall. And so I just had to focus on the fun aspect, and I had goals in mind and goals that I wanted to set, and I absolutely exceeded all of my goals, which was absolutely wonderful. So it was a great Paralympics, and now, 3 weeks later, being home, I went straight to London, and I only had one day to rest before I got into my chair, and now here I am in Boston. So it's been absolutely a whirlwind.
Yeah, definitely. Well, one last thing in Sochi. What do you think the highlight of your time in Sochi, the Winter Olympics, was? The one biggest highlight, you think?
Yeah, so
there's always a highlight.
Yeah.
Of any big
event. There is. So for those who don't know my story, I was actually adopted from St. Petersburg, Russia. And so the highlight was having my birth family and my adoptive family there throughout the entire week that I was competing. And with or without a medal, just having my family there was the highlight of all my games that I've been to. Just having everyone there and supporting me, and even winning that silver medal. It was relief and excitement and exhaustion, of course, and but that was such a special moment for me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you're back at another emotional event. And of course you did this race last year. What do you think it's going to be like once again doing the race? And of course coming down Boylston Street when you come down. What emotions have you thought about? I mean, this is an emotional day for everybody who's been an athlete and done this race.
Yeah, so I think on Monday it's just going to be about community and a time of remembrance, and so that's everyone's going to be pushing each other, and whether they're going to be a spectator or whether it's going to be an athlete, it's about community coming together and pushing each other to the finish line, and so I think it's going to be a really special weekend. And so I'll be working with the MR8 Foundation, working with the Martin family. And so that's the whole purpose of this weekend, is just coming together as a community. And of course I'll be there as an elite athlete running, but just carrying Boston in our hearts is going to be the main focus of Monday.
Well, good luck.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations on all your success. That's awesome. I was watching Facebook feeds and everything on Sochi, and that was awesome. After I'd been there for the Olympics just a few weeks earlier.
Awesome.